Hello everyone, good morning. I am Karina Heninurgianti. In this occasion, I would like to present about digital storytelling for enhancing student academic achievement, critical thinking, and learning motivation. Written by Yatinsi, Yang, Wanqi, I, and you. Okay, let's begin with the introduction. In this part, I divided into three parts. The first is the importance of technology in academics. 21st century learning has characteristics of easy access, including access to a wealth of information, increased availability of classrooms from emerging technologies, and the capacity to collaborate and contribute on an unprecedented scale. Finally, through enduring students' learning content, cognitive processes, and problem-solving activities or instructional methods and rules in the classroom, the use of technology as the transformation has the potential to give creative educational opportunities. And the second is about the problem. The problem of this research is the students are still passively listening to lectures instead of actively engaging in the learning process, experiencing feelings of ownership and taking responsibility for their learning. So this research has a solution that is by implementing digital storytelling or DST for enhancing students' academic achievement, critical thinking skills, and learning motivation. Now we move to the research question. There are 3 points of research question. The first is, will there be any difference in academic achievement between classes taught on different levels of ITII? The second is, will there any difference in critical thinking between classes taught under different levels of ITII? And the third is, will there any difference in learning process, in learning motivations between classes taught under different levels of ITII? Okay, now we move to the literature review. The first is about GST and academic achievement. Alice, Thomas, Rai, and Lowes Chang-Sao have demonstrated that an early stage of language acquisition, academic achievement correlates positively with the oral behaviors of reading, counting, and singing. The second is about digital storytelling and critical thinking. In creating their own digital stories, students ultimately make decisions and overcome the characters' problems by using a critical theorization process and reflection skills. It's stated by Benjamin, Meyer and Fisher, Malita and Martin. And the third is digital storytelling and learning motivation. The application of technology improves student learning motivation and performance in technology-rich classrooms, stated by Jonathan, Roblayer, and Edwards. And also, students who are actively involved in learning will gain confidence and motivation. It's stated by Koham and Neil. Okay, now we are moving to the research method. The first is about the design. The design of this method, the design of this research is mixed method. So this research using quantitative and qualitative research. And the second about the participants. There are 110 participants from 2 10th grade English classes at a comprehensive senior high school in Taiwan. And the instrument that used in this research is PREDAS and POSTES. And also there are 2 variables, that is independent and dependent variable. The independent variables are ITII on 2 levels, that is lecture type ITII and TST. And the dependent variables are students' academic achievement in English, critical thinking skills, and learning motivations. So the data analysis that's used in this research is using descriptive statistics, analysis of covariance or ANCOVA, multivariate analysis of covariance or MANCOVA, and post-hoc comparisons. Okay, now we are moving to the procedures. The procedures are the steps of the research. The first is the researchers arrange several meetings and discussions. The second is the researchers and instructors collaboratively design 10 weeks and class activities for the first semester. The third is all participants completed the pre-test. The fourth, all participants were divided into two groups, that is comparison group and experimental group. The fifth is during the last 2 weeks, each group presented their work on stage as a final report. And in the last week, all participants did the post-test. Okay, now we are moving to the result. The result of this research is the first about academic achievement in English. Both research groups showed improvement on the post-test. However, the TST group had a significantly large main effect on academic achievement in English. And the second is about critical thinking. The data shows that experimental group or TST has higher scores in critical thinking than the comparison group. It means that there is a difference in critical thinking between classes taught under different levels of ITII. And the third is learning motivation. The main scores of experimental group were higher than those of the comparison group on both the pre-test and post-test. So, but the instructor and students' reports indicate that learning motivation was influenced by incorporation of digital storytelling in English language class. And now about the discussion. The first is DSC and academic achievement. From this research, it showed that DSC has a positive impact on student academic achievement as stated by Alice, Comas, Arai and Low, and Shak and Sau. The second is about DSC and critical thinking. From this research, we know that student critical thinking improves when they are creating their digital storytelling. It's stated by Penyammer, Meyer and Fisher, Malika and Martin. And the last is DSC and learning motivation. From this research, it shows that the implication of DST improves students' learning motivation, as stated by Jonathan, Rockplayer, and Edwards. Okay, and now we are moving to the last part in this presentation, that is conclusion and recommendation. The conclusion of this research is digital storytelling takes advantage of technological advancements, a clear production process and low-cost media materials, and an effective learning environment for fostering collaboration and CO construction of meaning. And there are 2 points that recommended from this research. The first is for the future research. For the future research, should consider adopting a more rigorous approach to developing the content validity of academic achievement measures without sacrificing ecological validity, that is, through the use of certain standardized instruments. And the second is the instructors and the researchers should take confidence in designing a variety of courses with interesting and challenging digital storytelling strategies. Okay, that's all about my presentation for the midterm. Thank you for watching.